Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white. Who wants to be white? That's awful.
Why is it not okay to be white?
We have done too much. I would rather
people?
Yeah, as a whole.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
What should white people do about that?
Try not to be white. You're right.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No. Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
Listen, I can't blame the ignorant because they choose to be that way. There's nothing you can do for this person right here because she wants to be like that.
Everyone was a slave. Everyone.
Well, not everyone was a slave.
No,
but
everyone was a slave.
Okay, but
No, all descended from slaves.
yeah. Well,
All of us.
yeah. But,
It's just a question of when. Was it more recent or less recent? That's it.
that doesn't mean a lot to a whole lot of people who aren't able to take advantage of the opportunities that you were able to take advantage of, simply because the color of your skin.
What advantages did my color of my skin give me?
Well, there's an ease that you have in society that many people of color don't.
If we keep talking about it nonstop, it will never go away.
This is just a ridiculous conversation because we can say the same thing about him. The reporter is in a privileged position, but he is out here speaking like a victim.
I disagree with everything you say. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and leave trans people alone. Listen to my question. Why do you weaponize religion to justify your subjective opinions? You don't represent religion because we don't live in a country where you can be pure based on your religion. Weaponize that against people and try to limit their rights because of what you think God said. God didn't speak to you.
Well, God does speak to me, and He speaks to all of us, and we can read His word in the Bible, and we can go.
It's just purely delusion. I respect religions, I respect people's rights, but trying to limit someone's rights by saying, well, I believe that God said this, so I'm going to block you from doing this, like abortion.
Do you think it's hard to ask someone, hey, don't murder an innocent person, even if you want to, even if that would be convenient?
That thing in the baby, not the baby, but the uterus?
You just said
that
it.
Is not...
I think you just admitted that I'm right.
I can't help but see the hypocrisy right here. She respects no one's beliefs. It's all just talk and talk and talk. Oh, I'm a victim.
What are your pronouns?
I can't remember now. I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking at this present moment.
You don't think about pronouns?
No, I'm not thinking at this present moment.
Like when you have to identify your gender, you say my pronouns are.
If I'm identifying my gender, it will be a female.
Oh, you're female? Thanks. Me too, actually.
No, I think I'm finished with this.
No, I'm also a female.
Not to my eyesight.
You say I'm not a female?
Not to your eyes, not to my eyesight. Maybe to your eyesight, but not to my eyesight.
That is so offensive.
Sorry.
It hurts my feelings terribly.
Sorry, I didn't plan to do that, but you look like what a man's supposed to look like, not what a female's supposed to look like.
Did you say I'm not a beautiful woman?
As far as I'm concerned, no.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why not?
You're a handsome man.
I want to be a beautiful woman like you.
I think I'm finished.
Based woman, we like to see women like this.
Where is your gun now?
You need a gun because you're weak. You need a board because your voice is small. Enough is enough!
How do you fucking feel? Thumbs up! Thumbs up! Kids not! I'm gonna go fucking celebrate! My choice! My choice! That's not fucking talking, bro! That's not fucking talking!
I will not be stopped!
Join with us right now.
Not the judge, not the state. Women must deserve their fate.
Anybody that fears a walk is ignorant, and I think that anybody that fears too much, I mean, sometimes, excuse me, go away. So to me, it's having ownership over your own space.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone, and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
I'm like...
Free speech. And control what people say. Gonna tell people what to believe. Gonna tell people... I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want, and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any... We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks, or what he says, or what his beliefs are, or what his opinions are. You know what I mean?
These are some weird chimes, ladies and gentlemen, weird chimes. I can't actually comprehend it, but it's crazy to me that someone has to explain to a journalist what free speech is.
Can a man get pregnant?
Yeah.
I'm a male, can I get pregnant?
If you were transgender, yeah.
How would that work? So for our viewers and for my edification, how would that work? So I'm a male, chromosomes, biological, etc. How could I get pregnant?
Well, if you're assigned female at birth, then you would still have like a woman's stuff. But then if you identified as a man...
No, as in, sorry, that's my fault, my wording.
Sorry.
No, so if I'm a biological man,
yes.
And I don't have a uterus, as a man, can I get pregnant?
If you're assigned male, then no.
You
don't have those reproductive systems.
It's actually worrying that a simple question like this is answered by yes or I don't know. It tells you that these people are fearful of acknowledging reality and facts.
It's not real. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's disgusting.
And let everyone know in your... Yeah, you can show my face, yeah? Let everyone know that...
You feel me back?
Yeah, that's all good.
You guys, go on. No, go on.
No, it's the fact that you lied to us.
We didn't lie to you.
No, you did.
What does all this say?
Let me change my mind, okay? Let me
Keep an eye on the board.
You worked... You're... Racist. You worked really well with your work.
As well, you know.
I don't manage to be racist. Is that true?
No.
Can I be black and racist?
Yes, of course you can.
How's that?
Because racism is discrimination against any other race, you backwards idiot. You guys have such a fool way of thinking. Yeah, record me. I look sexy. And what? Do you think I care? Both of you, it's like you... Look, actually, he's getting annoyed, isn't it? He's keeping quiet.
How do you feel about the legalization of marijuana?
I'm against it.
Against? Why?
So I know you'll probably bring up alcohol. Happy to discuss that. I actually think alcohol is worse than marijuana, for the record. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that.
But we're talking about legalizing something that's currently illegal, rather than making something legal that is illegal, if that makes sense. Would you agree that there are more side effects to the usage of marijuana than most people would be aware about?
For sure.
Okay, so that's a good common agreement. I think the problem with mass legalization is that it underplays the side effects. I don't think a generation that is regularly using marijuana is a great thing for the country or a great thing for the individual. Right. The best argument that one would make is, but the government should have no role in it. Fair enough. I think that's a good argument. Arizona, we've completely legalized marijuana, and I don't think it's been good. It's far more psychoactive than it has been in the past.
I agree.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, THC rates are
skyrocketing. And it also increases bipolar schizophrenia, depression, anxiety. And I also think there's been a lot in that, it's going to solve all of your problems. Definitely. We've seen very little evidence of that.
American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics. Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia. Like surgical mutilation, hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics. The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by late adolescence if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field with robust research and standards of care that have been developed. And if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed as the Assistant Secretary of Health, I would look forward to working with you and your office and coming to your office and discussing the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine.
Well, that did not answer his question. You're just saying statements right now and running in circles to dodge the question.
The specific question was about minors. Let's be a little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia? You have said that you're willing to accelerate the protocols for street kids. I'm alarmed that poor kids with no parents who are homeless and distraught, you would just go through this and allow that to happen to a minor. I would hope that you would have compassion for Kira Bell, who's a 23-year-old girl who was confused with her identity. At 14, she read on the internet about something about transsexual. She thought, well, maybe that's what I am. She ended up getting these puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones. She had her breasts amputated. But here's what ultimately she says now. And this is a very insightful decision from someone who made a mistake but was led to believe this was a good thing by the medical community. I made a brash decision as a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do, trying to find confidence and happiness, except now the rest of my life will be negatively affected, she said, adding that the medicalized gender transitioning was a very temporary, superficial fix for a very complex identity issue. What I'm alarmed at is that you're not willing to say absolutely minors shouldn't be making decisions to amputate their breast or to amputate their genitalia. For most of our history, we believe that minors don't have full rights and the parents need to be involved. So I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones that will affect them for the rest of their life. Will you make a more firm decision on whether or not minors should be involved in these decisions?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field, and if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question.
Exactly what has been said to the first question as an answer has been said again. This is brainwashing at its finest, because 10 years ago this would be a comedy skit. Now it's real.
Do you trust our government?
No.
All right, let me ask you a question on a serious note. Do you consider a trans man to be a man?
No.
You
no,
don't?
And neither do a trans woman. If you're a guy going to a girl, look at your feet, first of all. If you're a girl going to a guy, how's that period every month? Like, that's never gonna go away. Like, y'all can stay here and do this, that, and the third, and I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I have nothing against gay people, but when you come out of character and do too much, chill. Like, these gay men be trying to fight females, trying to get uteruses and shit. Bro, us as females go through too much pain for y'all to sit here and try to have a baby. Like, out of here. Let me cut your balls every month. How about that?
Let me take a minute. You like saying your gas price is about to go down. Now you can fill up that tank.
I love your hat.
Thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
You guys can go ahead if you want. Like your hat.
Thank you, brother. Okay, my seat's right there. So, y'all ready to make America great again? Oh, y'all don't like Trump?
Got 2 hours and 32 minutes to take off the touchdown. That's flight time out to Las Vegas. This evening out there today. It's about 64 degrees.
We're on the flight. Some people don't like the hat. This guy doesn't like the hat, but guys, I'm gonna put him on a blimp. You know, we love Donald Trump here. Future 47th, and don't forget he's the 45th president. Let's go.
You keep referring to pro-choice people, pro-abortion.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone is pro-abortion. I think it's pro-choice.
Pro-choice to do what?
To do what they want with their own body.
To have an abortion.
Yeah, but that's doing what they want with their body.
I'm against abortion. Are you for abortion?
I don't think it matters. I think it matters what that
Well, you
person
can be
wants to
pro-abortion,
do.
you can be anti-abortion.
No, you...
I mean, if abortion's so good...
Okay, you're saying it's black and white.
If abortion's so good, why are you waffling at this?
Okay,
If abortion
you think
is
it's
okay,
black and white.
if
You think
abortion is simply
black and white.
removal of unwanted tissue, does nothing wrong, why are you having a hard time saying you're pro-abortion? Just accept the damn word.
What, abortion?
Yeah, say you're pro-abortion.
Why should I?
Why won't you?
Because you want me to.
Yeah, he's just disagreeing with her because he wants to disagree and have an argument. There is no rationality in this conversation, only feelings.
I know I'm gay, actually. I'm gay. You see, typical lefty. You don't like someone, call them homophobic, call them a fascist, call them a racist, call them a Nazi. Because that's what the Guardian teaches you. This is what happens when you drink too much soya milk. It rots your brain.
If you're willing to be educated, I'm willing to teach. But if you're not willing to listen, a transmasculine person in a dress talking to transphobes is never safe, whether it's physical or verbal.
Okay, so you're not willing to have a discussion because it wouldn't be a safe space.
I am not willing to have a discussion about whether or not I am real and valid.
Hey, call the police.
Whoa there, Cook Norris, get off the gas. I'm trying to figure out if this is the first time I witnessed somebody use a roundhouse as a warning, or did he just whiff his special move, but he just wasted a rage art, and needless to say, Paw Paw was unfazed.
Olivia tweets that this is what a 21-year-old Kamala voter looks like. Yeah, we know.
At the end of the day, everybody wants sex, right? It's a natural human emotion. Everybody has it. It's just in a way and a matter of how much you have it and like you're having it.
Do you think that you have a right to sex?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Because it's my reproductive right. It was given to me to have children.
What's the purpose of sex?
To have children.
Arguably, sex has two purposes.
Mhm.
A, create new human life, which I think our society has forgotten about. B, emotionally bond with the person that you're having sex with. That's what your brain is designed to do. Every time that you have sexual intercourse, your brain releases oxytocin and it makes you feel emotionally bonded to that person, which is why hookup culture is so damaging, because it's not transactional. It's not supposed to be transactional. It's supposed to be bonding. I think that line of thinking is what's led to an extremely pro-abortion culture. I think that's what's led to an extremely pro-hookup culture. I think that's what's led to women being stuck in this zone and men being stuck in a zone of not being able to have a meaningful connection.
She broke it down and explained it in a perfect way. I've been saying that hookup culture is damaging to you, whether you're a man or a woman, because it creates a lot of issues and problems in society. One of them is what she said right here, and two, health issues.
As far as making it polarizing, Trump got elected not shooting, publicly lynching, giving nicknames, sexualized hands.
Commonly referred to as Crooked Hillary.
All the that he did, and I know you don't curse, how can you support this guy?
I'm watching the Golf Channel. I'm not a golfer, but
Give it to me straight. Don't give me about the golf.
Stay with me. This is going to make a lot of sense to you. These two professional golfers were being interviewed, and the host said, what makes a good golfer? And one of them went through this beautiful, elaborate description of what makes a good golfer, where you put your hands, where your shoulders are, where your legs are, where your eyes are. And the other one went like this. I look to see where the ball lands. I like where the ball lands on immigration, on abortion, on judges, on taxes, on losing the regulations, on reversing the war on oil and gas, on standing up to China. That's what I like. The rest of it is white noise, pardon the expression.
Link to the full video is in the description. Just click right here.
Was there one turning point for you or a pivotal moment where you remember thinking, hey, maybe what I've been taught all my life isn't what I actually believe?
There were several, but I can think of one in particular. I had been in a meeting, and in these leftist organizations, what you do when you have a meeting is you start off with community agreements typically. And you write these community agreements on the board, and it's sort of rules that you agree to before you go into these meetings. Everybody will state their pronouns, things like don't yuck my yum, or make space, take space. The coworker had gotten up and started writing these community agreements. She ended by saying, to all the white, cisgendered, heterosexual people in the room, don't speak at all. You've had the stage for long enough, or we're done listening to you. And I just looked around and I saw all these heads that were just nodding in agreement, and I went, oh, maybe I'm in the wrong room. maybe this isn't right. I had gone to the head of the organization and said, hey, just a concern here. What's with the racist part? I thought we weren't the racist side. I thought we were the tolerant side. He looked me dead in the eyes and said, you just simply don't know how oppressed you are.
He simply said to her, let me tell you how to think. I can think for you. And anyone who falls for it is brainwashed.